Hi, welcome back. I'm going to show you how to make a magic circle. Okay, so there are two ways to make a magic circle. You can do the chain two method. You can also just make an actual circle. And so first I'm going to show the chain two method. It is the easiest for beginners. So we're going to take our yarn and we're going to make a slip knot. So we have our yarn tail in front. We're going to do the Spock symbol. We're going to wrap our yarn around the front, make an X in the back, grab it with this thumb, wrap it behind that second strand of yarn, and we're going to grab it with our ring finger or pinky. We're going to go under the first yarn string, and we are going to grab that second one and pull it off our fingers, removing our fingers whenever you feel comfortable. And you are going to have to pull on both of those yarn tails to tighten it up. You can play around with whichever one you want to try and do. I do a combination of both. And so then after that, we are going to chain one and chain two. And I'm going to go into not this first chain right here that we just did, but this second one. So we count over 1, 2, and we go into that, and we're going to single crochet 1. So let me show how to do a single crochet. It's going to go, you put your hook in, you wrap it, that strand of yarn around your hook, and you pull it through, and then you're going to wrap it around a second time and pull through both loops. Okay, most people they will mark this first one that you do, so you can mark it with a stitch marker. Then we're going to just kind of put as many as you need in this second chain. So usually patterns start with either 6 single crochet or 8 single crochet. So we are going to do an example of 8 single crochet. So we have 1 already. We're going to do 2, and then we're going to do a third one. So put your hook in, wrap that string around and pull it through, wrap it around a second time, pull it through both loops. We're on 3, and now we're going to do 4. Put your hook in, wrap it around, bring it up, wrap it around, and pull through all of those. And now we are going to do 5 all into that same one. 6. And as you're doing this, you can go over this tail right here. But if we are going to do the magic ring style of beginning, we are going to go like this. So we're going to basically do a very, very similar thing as the slip knot. Make sure that you have that yarn tail in front, and we're going to grab it with that thumb. We're going to do the Spock symbol, wrap it around, and you're going to make an X, so you're going to go like that, hold it there, and then you're going to go behind that first strand of yarn. And so it is going to be very, very similar. There's just going to be one little change. Okay, we're going to go under that first one. Gonna grab this second one, and as you are bringing this out, I want you to not take your fingers out of this, okay? You are going to spin your hook, okay? So this is how it is as you're taking it off, right? You're going to twist your hook, right? And then what I like to do, I like to grab it right here and take it off. And then you still have that circle, right? But it's not there. It's not set there until you do your first chain. Okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to grab that circle and try and keep it just a circle until we get that first chain in. Okay, so we are going to chain 1. And then after you do this chain, you actually have to flip your circle. So flip it like that. And then you can start crocheting over where this tail is. That's how I always start. You know what? It closes so nicely for me whenever I do it. So there, and then once you're actually done with your single crochets, I only did about 3. and this is going to be your yarn tail. You're going to pull on that yarn tail to close it up. And I just got a little fuzzy off. But okay, it's not going to look exactly like what yours is going to look like. But there, it's all together. And so I'm going to do that one more time just so that you can see it. I think that's the hardest part of this, is just the turning. So I'm going to show it one more time. Just when you're at this stage, okay, you're going to go under. You're going to twist. And then take your pincher fingers and go in like this. Just keep that circle shape. Pull it off of your fingers. Like, try and get your fingers out of there. I know it's going to feel really weird. And then now we are going to grab it with these two fingers over here. We're going to grab that circle at the bottom. And now we're going to chain one. And we're going to flip our circle. And there we go. And now we're going to chain or single crochet as many as you need. Okay, so now you have 8 on this circle. And so now you're like, what do I do? It doesn't make any sense. Like, it's not closed up, right? Well, you're gonna take your yarn tail. It might be on the other side, so just pull it out of there. It's fine. And then you're going to actually extend this. It makes it a lot easier. For some reason, it makes it a lot easier to close if you just make the loop really big. Okay, and then you're gonna take your yarn tail, hold it right here where that's coming out. Don't hold it too tightly though, because then it won't do anything. And then you're just gonna pull on that a little bit. And it might take a little bit of force, but don't do it too hard, okay? Some of your yarn can break. If it's like a velvet kind, it sometimes does that as well. But then it actually just closes up very nicely into this little circle. So there you go.